Hello and welcome to Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I would like to welcome you into our kitchen this evening. It is time to start me and Junior some dinner, and it is still Native American Heritage Month. Even though, now granted, I give thanks for my ancestors every single day, not just 1 month out of the year. But I am having so much fun making these old, old recipes. Now, the one we're doing tonight, I am pulling from many different tribes, small little ingredients here and there, and it's going to be a combination of many tribes on this recipe. And we are going to be doing wild rice stuffed acorn squash, baked acorn squash. Yes, they did do stuffed acorn squash. They stuffed and baked pumpkins. They done many things, but the only difference is I'm doing it in the oven and they done it in the coals by the fire pit. They would rake coals from the fire, get a good bed of coals, clean their acorn squash, their pumpkin, get the seeds and everything out to save for the next year planting. And they would cook them for a little while. And once they started getting fairly soft, they would stuff them with many, many wonderful, delightful ingredients. So, with that being said, let's get busy, y'all, and let's make some stuffed acorn squash. Here I have a big, beautiful acorn squash. And what I'm going to do is if you line it up just right, you can cut in between the ribs and try to get it more even. Not 100% even, but that's okay. I can share part of mine with Junior. Now, you want, if you're going to save the seeds, you need to have a spoon and a plate or a bowl to clean out the seeds, and you want to save your seeds. And you want to make sure, just like cleaning out a pumpkin, I know what I'm going to do. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Big, beautiful acorn squash. Now, make sure you get any escapee seeds. Now, when you do this, be very careful. I'm going to keep cutting it down until it's fairly even. Alright, I'm going to stop there. But what I'm going to do is these two pieces. I'm going to go get me a paring knife. And these two pieces I will roast for a little while with these halves or close to halves. And I will cut them up and put them in the stuffing mix. You just want to make sure that you get them cleaned out real well, because you don't want all that old stringy stuff in there. Okay, give me just a minute. I'm going to go get me a paring knife. Okay, now what seeds you didn't nick? Because inevitably you're going to nick, and I forgot to grab the baking sheet. Inevitably you're going to nick some seeds. You can't help it. But save those that you can. Later tonight after dinner, I will clean them up. Get all the goo off of them. And put them on a paper towel to dry. Now, right here you can see where I had already took the stem top off. You want to make sure you get as much of that core off as you can, because that stuff stays tough. I loved baked acorn squash, baked butternut. You can do butternut like this. There's a lot of squash that you can do this way. Okay, I'll be back again here in just a bit. Now, if you wanted to, you can butter or olive oil or tallow, light tallow, your squash. I'm not going to do that, but I am going to sprinkle very lightly some salt in it. And guess what I'm going to do? Plop on a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. You don't have to do anything else at the moment. And these I'm just going to salt. Now I have my oven preheated to 390 degrees. You can do 390, you can do 400. Now, what we're going to do is put them in there, and we're going to let them bake for about 25-30 minutes. Keep an eye on them. They're going to get soft. What we're going to do is once they have baked that length of time, I'm going to flip them over. You need to be careful. I'll show you. You're going to flip it over. I'm going to cut these up, and we're going to start working on the stuffing. All right. This is heading for the oven. Now we're going to have, because this is going to be meatless, it's going to be more sweet. I'm going to do some savory chicken breast. All right, I'll see y'all back here in a bit. Okay, the acorn squash is about halfway done. Do the first cooking. Now in my bowl here, I have 2 cups of the leftover wild rice. And look, see, a little bit of butter, and it does not clump. And I have a cup of the leftover Cherokee corn and black walnuts. Now, this is half of a very small onion, small chopped. I want just a little bit in there, and I want a whole lot. And like I said, the ingredients are pulled from Northeastern tribes, Eastern tribes, Southeastern tribes. Baked, stuffed winter squash was made by many tribes. Alright, now to this I had some dehydrated blueberries left over. Now remember, I said I was going to make it sweet. And I'm not adding any meat to this because I got the chicken breast cooking in the oven with the acorn squash. And I'm going to use, I want to break them up. Now, I know I'm not going to be able to use all of this stuffing mix. You know what I can do? I can put it in a freezer safe container and freeze it to make more at a later date. And the stuffing will be already ready to roll. I'm just breaking up the clumps of the blueberries. Let me tell y'all, these are good blueberries. Now, if you can get a hold of unsweetened, these are sweetened. Thankfully not with, they're sweetened with honey, but not corn syrup. So I'm happy on that one. So that's why they're clumping. And if you can get a hold of just the dried blueberries, dried wild blueberries, that will work. You can use choke cherries, choke berries, blackberries if you have them frozen. They don't have to be dehydrated. Alright, of course you know, gotta have some cranberries in there. And these are dried cranberries. I'm going to do probably about a half a cup of them. Because I want a good amount. Might add a little more. I want a good amount in the stuffing, because the wild rice and cranberries and blueberries absolutely go together wonderfully. And I'm just breaking them up. If you wanted to, you could use ground staghorn sumac berries. There's many things you can add to this. I love this spoon Lyle made for me. You just got to make sure you keep it oiled so it doesn't absorb what you're mixing. Okay, now I do want just a tad, about probably a half a teaspoon of salt, because that will bring out the sweetness. Okay, maple syrup, y'all. I'm just going to drizzle until it looks about right. I'm looking for about 4 tablespoons. This is the last of my maple syrup that was graciously gave to me. And you gotta remember, everything's cooked except for the onions, but they will cook after you stuff the squash and bake them. Alright, now another sweetener they had was honey. And let me tell you, this is pure Tupelo honey. This comes from down in the swamps in Florida. This is some amazing, amazing honey, y'all. I want to, probably a couple tablespoons, maybe 3. Oh my gracious, that's some of the best honey. It's expensive too. But it's worth every penny. Okay. Since it's just me and Junior eating this, I'm taking a sample. Make sure it tastes good. Yep. Mmm. Just sweet enough, not over sweet. Alright. I'm going to cover this up. I'm going to bring y'all back once the squash has cooked for its first 30 minutes. I'll see you back here in a bit. Okay, it has cooked for 30 minutes. One little piece of squash, two. And like I said, I'm going to cut these up. They're hot, so be careful. Ooh. Oh, they smell so good, y'all. Now, of course, the recipe for the ingredients that I use will be in the description box below. Now, anything that you don't have in stock, you don't have to worry about using it. Use what you have. And see, I just cut those slices of acorn squash right up in there. You can also add cubed pieces of pumpkin. And here's where we gotta be careful. Whew, that is hot. Alright. Now, they still have more time that needs to be cooked, so don't worry. I'm just burning myself and opening up the cavity some more. I want some of those juices in there, that maple syrup, that honey. Now I still have the oven on. I have chicken breast and they're cooking. I'll make sure I have, the juices. I'll make sure some of that juice is in here. That way it can filter into the acorn squash as well. Very carefully. And make sure that it sits upright so that nothing leaks out from it baking. And like I said, be careful, it's hot as can be. But this is such a healthy meal. Now, if you wanted to add cubed cooked chicken, cubed cooked venison, and make this just one dish meal, you can. Right now, it's vegetarian as long as you don't hate bees. It's definitely not vegan because, you know, they're beef with bees. And you just want to make sure you get a good amount of the stuffing in it. And like I said, anything that I don't use is going to get containered up and go straight into the freezer. Nope, cranberry, get back in there. Now, if you wanted to, you could use hazelnuts in it. You could use hickory nuts. English walnuts is not native to here. You could use butternuts, not squash, but butternuts. But you could, if you wanted to, cube up steamed butternut and add it. Now, I know Mr. Junior has a sweet tooth, so I'm going to add just a tad bit more maple syrup into his. You don't want it to overflow, because that would be a waste. Yep, just like it did right there. Come on, big one. Whoop. Come on. Ouch. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's so good. Alright, we're going to put this back into the oven until the acorn squash is done and the stuffing is piping hot. And I will bring y'all back as soon as it's done. Okay, they are done and they are beautiful, y'all. Be careful how you move them. But the acorn squash is cooked. This plate's Junior's. I'm going to get his chicken cut up and get him took care of. I'll be right back. Junior's took care of. He's got a huge smile all on his face. I know we're both going to have leftovers, but you know what? We're going to have them for breakfast. Now, like I said, be very careful, especially if you use maple syrup or honey. Of course, you can, if you don't have either one, you can use brown sugar. It's not traditional, but you can still use it. Look at that. Look at that. That is going to be a beautiful, healthy dinner. Now, with that being said, I am going to let this cool. I'm probably going to cheat, grab me a piece of my chicken, because I know it's cooled down quite a bit. And as soon as it sets up for a little bit, I will bring y'all back to try the stuffed acorn squash. See you here in a bit. Now I'm going to have to get with the program. Junior done pretty much ate all his half of the acorn squash. So I got to get with the program here. And he's enjoying it. He's got a big smile all on his face. Mmm. Oh my gracious, that's so good. Mmm. Light hint of sweetness. Taste the corn, wild rice, all the goodness. Oh, that is so good, y'all. Very healthy dinner, easy dinner. Just season the chicken breast. Now, of course, this isn't traditional unless it was wild turkey or grouse or pheasant or ptarmigan. But yes, that is amazing. Simple, easy, homemade, delicious, all natural ingredients. Oh, this is so good. Now I know why Junior's done ate his half of his squash. And he's starting back on his chicken now. He is smiling. He is enjoying it. And now it's my turn to go in there and join him and enjoy dinner as well. Now, I'll have the ingredient list of what I put in the stuffing mix. And of course, if you don't have it, you don't have to use it. But all of it is amazing. And another thing I forgot that you can add also is it's native, it's traditional. You can also add roasted sunflower seeds too, pumpkin seeds, you name it. As long as it's traditional, it goes in there. I hope you've enjoyed this video and it encourages you to try your hand at making these delicious stuffed, wild rice stuffed acorn squash. Absolutely delicious. And like I said, I blended many ingredients from different tribes. And it has come together in a beautiful, harmonious dinner. Everyone, take care, stay safe and sound out there. Continue to stock your pantry with foods that will nourish and sustain you, medicinals that will heal you, protection of all kinds, and above all else, the bare essentials to survive on. Everyone, I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and may you each be blessed. Mwah. Hoot, hoot. Y'all take care, and I'll see you soon.